Hello and welcome to this week's CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host today, Nick Quaglia, with Mike Molyneaux and Marv, Ezhan. So guys, the season officially over. The regular season is officially over. The Patriots finished off the Jets yesterday, blowing the doors off of them. A lot of people are kind of running a victory lap right now with Tom Brady. I saw it all over Twitter, specifically because, again, that's where I live. That's where I get all my information. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, we told you guys Tom Brady's not done. Look at you idiots. Tom Brady's fine. Can we just – it's the Jets. So that's the question I want to ask. Are fans overreacting about this great Tom Brady game yesterday? Because he did have a very good game. He went 24 for 33, 250 yards, 4 touchdowns. He looked very good. But are fans overreacting to this game yesterday, how well Tom Brady played? Marv, we'll start with you.
Fans should be encouraged on how Tom Brady played last week. Look, yes, they were facing the Jets, the sorry-ass Jets, as we've seen. 4 wins. They look like they've given up on their team. But throughout this whole year, doesn't matter who the opponent is. You know, Brady's been up and down. We haven't really seen a consistent 250-plus games from Brady going down the line. This game against the Jets, what I like to see, he was moving around the pocket a lot. He was going down the field. And those first couple of drives in the first half, they looked really good on spot. He was spreading the ball around. So, yes, should they be overreacting? No, because once again, it is against the Jets.
People are overreacting big time about this.
But they should feel encouraged that, you know, just a couple weeks ago, we were talking about how this guy might have an MCL tear. His legs, he looks injured. He looks really slow. He looked pretty good out there. He was moving, and he was accurate. So we should all feel encouraged about Tom Brady.
Mike, what do you think? Are fans overreacting about Tom Brady?
Yes, huge overreaction. I mean, obviously, like Marv just touched upon, he's been up and down all season. But I'd rather Tom Brady have a game like this against a sorry team like the Jets and play well and then head into the playoffs instead of facing a team who you struggle. Imagine if he played the Jets week 16. Play the Jets week 16 and had that so-so looking game and then play the Bills week 17 and struggled. You know, you wouldn't be as encouraged going into the playoffs. We'd all be sitting here harping on, well, Tom Brady only threw for 130-something yards and he didn't do much. I'd rather him have the game he had against the Jets and then head into the playoffs because you're riding on a high wave. You're feeling good about yourself, and you're believing that, okay, the positive momentum, the good game, it's only going to lead to more, positive results, hopefully, when you get to the divisional round.
All right, before we keep going, guys, let me tell you that today's Patriots Roundtable is powered by our friends at 1 in 100, like usual. Go to 1in100.co, not .com, for your chance to win killer Pats, Celtics, Bruins, and concert tickets in New England for the price of a beer or a large pizza. Go to 1in100.co as soon as you guys are done watching these Patriots Roundtables. All right, so, Mike, I'm with you. Fans are going nuts over this. And I hate the snide remarks when you go on Twitter, go wherever you talk to fans. Like, oh, I told you guys Tom Brady's not done. It's the Jets. It was definitely encouraging. Like, it's something that you want to see. You don't want to see what he looked like against the Bills when you were almost forced to run the ball. Same thing with the Steelers against the Titans. Like, there were plenty of games this year that you really have to look at them and be like, okay, is Tom done? Like, it's not something that you can just say Patriots haters are saying. It's something that we've had plenty of evidence to now look at and say, okay, Tom could be done. Again, very encouraging sign to have that type of game. But again, it's against the Jets. The Jets defense, guys, is garbage. They are bad in all facets of the game. So yeah, again, very good, encouraging sign for Brady, especially the good thing about yesterday's game. Again, we record this on Monday, New Year's Eve. The good thing about yesterday's game was that it got them in a rhythm. That was the most important thing that they had to think about going into the game because you have the playoffs in 2 weeks. You had to win that game to ensure that you still got the 2 seed. You didn't know how the rest of the games were going to play out for the rest of the day. But you had to have a good game and really get that rhythm with your receivers, get that rhythm with the running game before you head into the playoffs in 2 weeks, which would, again, very encouraging sign. But I'm not going to get overhyped over a Tom Brady performance against the New York Jets at home. At home, mind you, at Gillette Stadium. Wasn't in New York, wasn't a game away. It was at home. So I'm not going to get too excited over that. But, I mean, hell, You gotta be happy with the performance. It's better to have that performance, obvious statement coming, than having Tom Brady look like crap.
Exactly.
Marv, you guys have anything else to say about this?
I mean, after the Pittsburgh Steelers game, I said on the post-game show, I don't care what happens against the Bills and Jets. They could win by 50 points, 50-0 blowout, shutout, and I still won't be as comfortable throughout what I saw this season. You know, Bills and the Jets is two teams that know that they're not making it into the playoffs, that have mailed it in. Brady looked good. Let's be encouraged about that, but this doesn't mean anything.
Well, could I ask you guys this? Do you give some of that credit to the game plan? Because I know a lot of people have hammered Josh McDaniels this year, me especially. I haven't liked the way he's called a lot of games this year. But the game plan yesterday seemed like it was very, very good, and it looked like an adapted game plan to how Tom Brady's been playing this year. It wasn't something where his long ball's still not there. He overthrew Julian Edelman. He overthrew Chris Hogan, a wide open Chris Hogan.
Missed Gronk a couple times.
There were negative signs there, but overall it was a good game by him. I do give some of that to the game plan, like I said, but can't get too excited. Mike, you have any last words on this?
Again, can't get too excited against the Jets, but two things. One, it's good to see him spreading the ball around and getting everybody involved. You know that Chris Hogan and Philip Dorsett are going to be huge in the playoffs. So it's good to see them. It's good to see those two guys involved, even if it's the last game of the season, on the field, catching balls from Tom Brady. And on top of that, health. You know, there's not a real major health issue or concern. You know, some people may still think Tom Brady maybe has something wrong with his knee. You know, obviously, if you watch the game against the Jets, it didn't look like he was really dealing with any kind of knee ailment. So good health heading into the playoffs. That's all you can really ask for, and a win, of course.
I wish at this point we had more consistency out of a good Tom Brady, because then I would feel more comfortable. Something that also has to be more consistent is how he feels in the pocket, because yesterday he looked very comfortable in the pocket. Yep. And when Tom looks comfortable in the pocket, and this is kind of how it's been his entire career, but this year especially, when he doesn't look comfortable in the pocket, it's almost like you kind of have to just give the game up, because he's not going to perform well. He's just not. Yesterday, he looked very, very good in the pocket, and I think that's another huge contributing factor as to why they blew the doors off of the New York Jets at home.